Ooh, I timed that perfectly. Look at that. Hello, lovely, wonderful people. Welcome to another day. Welcome to another Pillow Talk numero dos. We are talking about Ruth chapter 2. Yes, Kara forever. She would very much like to be Kara for... yeah. Ooh. I chugged that water a little too fast. So I made the unfortunate discovery this afternoon that we seem to have a fruit fly issue in this office. Want to know how I found out? This is not my first coffee. However, it is indeed covered. Because I put the first one down, I went out to grab a water bottle from the fridge, came back, and there were like 30 corpses in my coffee, and I went and got a new one because no, even a different cup because I'm over it. A fruit fly, how'd you know my nickname on planes? Well, you see, I know everything. Kara tells me all these things because, of course, she is all-knowing. Speaking of Kara, I should put it up there before I forget. So, today, we're talking about Ruth chapter 2. We are also talking about anger. Because previously on Pillow Talk, we talked about, in Ruth chapter 1, Naomi left with her husband and her 2 kids for a new land that was supposed to be better, that was supposed to have better chances, right? She lost her husband. She lost both of her sons. Now she is a widowed woman in a foreign land, going to be next to impossible for her to find work. She has lost everything on her chance for things to be better. She and her 2 daughter-in-laws start making the trek. Then one of them goes back home after her insistence. Ruth is like, nah, fam, I'm staying with you because we are family. But then they get back and everyone's talking to Naomi going, oh my word, it's her, she's back. And she's going, no, my name's not Naomi anymore, it's Mara, which means bitter, because she is bitter. She is angry at everything she lost. She went for a better chance. It did not end up better, it ended up worse. So she is angry. Now, speaking of anger, I will see if this uploads quickly because I didn't think to do this earlier and I should have. Ooh, would you look at that? It's up almost instantly. The Bible times were ruthless. No. Okay, we're gonna pause this. We're gonna come over here. We are talking about anger, right? So, oh, you guys can hear it, but you can't see it. As in case you like couldn't find out, I didn't have my first coffee. Huh. Okay, we're gonna turn this up so you guys can hear her in her glory. Yeah, I'm sending him your complaints. Yeah. No? Are you displeased? Oh dear. Am I in trouble? So, this is Kara. This is Kara on a semi-typical day, okay? Semi-typical. So, this is basically her going, I'm hungry. Why are you making yourself a coffee when you're not feeding me? Let the record show she had plenty of kibble. She was not starving. She just didn't have what she wanted. So this is her going, why are you putting yourself first? Why aren't you taking care of me? So she's yelling at me. She follows me upstairs while I make the coffee. She's continuing to do this. So I take a video because I'm like, Solomon will love to hear this. Take the video. That's why I'm saying I'm sending him your complaints. And, you know, I sent it to Solomon. And then I was thinking about it and I went, she's not necessarily fully angry. But there is some anger there. You can kind of see with the way her tail's going. It's not full anger, but it's like, I'm about to get real angry. I was like, she's feeling bitter. Just like our good friend, Naomi Mara. She's feeling bitter. And it's valid. It is a valid feeling. Kara's going, I'm hungry. You are not taking care of my needs. You have let me down. And Naomi is going, like, you didn't take care of my needs. I went somewhere that things are supposed to get better. You made them worse. So, I mean, I feel like this is how God sees our prayers and our anger. Because I, like, how can, like, you look at this face and not go, oh, like, supermodel sitting here, that's still somewhat of a grumpy face. She is incredibly fluffy, like Harley with his coke addiction. Like, even her little face as she's squished into my neck brace. God hears our anger similar to the way that we heard her, not necessarily screaming, but definitely yelly mews. He hears us. And I mean, I'm looking at Kara going, just give me a minute, I'll make the coffee, then, like, you know, I'll come back, I'll feed you. But she's going, you're not taking care of my needs right now. But I'm looking at her going, you are adorable, I'm going to take care of you, but on my time, not yours. And that's sort of how God is looking at Naomi. Naomi's going, why aren't you doing this on my time? Kara's going, why aren't you feeding me on my time? Meanwhile, I know that it's not usually the time she gets fed yet. I know she's still gonna get fed. She's going, I'm dying, I'm fading away to nothing. She's not, by the way. I will point out, the majority of her is fluff. She's not fat, okay? It is fluff. You can ask Daya tonight. It is fluff. Okay? It is hundo P, simply fluff. Because once you pet her, there's like nothing to her. And I'm pretty sure if I gave her a bath, firstly, she'd kill me. But secondly, there would be almost nothing to her. God is more than willing to hear our anger. I let Kara yell at me. I don't get upset about it. Sometimes, you know, I copy what she's saying back to her. And, you know, like we're having a conversation. I didn't do that in the video. But I do that occasionally. God wants to hear our anger. He wants to hear our frustrations. And he still looks at us and goes, I love you. You're adorable. Ah, yes, coffee. As well as my unscented baby wipes. Coffee. So, as we've been talking about, that's better, grief, loss, all of that. So we were supposed to talk about anger on Friday, but I kind of went off on my own thing. We did our own stuff, right? And I mean, that baby was freaking adorable, and we will likely be playing with Camden Canfield again this Friday, watching him grow up. I mean, we can do a whole series of him growing up, going through the stages, all of that. We could totally do that if that's what people want. I have no problems, because I technically haven't played with that in a while, and we should update safety fence for fairies. I'm just saying. So we didn't really talk about anger, but I knew that today would be great to talk about anger, because that is 100% what she's feeling. And we're talking about grief and the 5 stages of grief in terms of what does it look like as someone who has hope. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Grief hits different. I don't know if you've ever lost someone. It hits different. And for the last, month, for whatever reason, there's no anniversaries or anything coming up, but grief has just been hitting me hard. Thinking about everybody that I've lost, how I wish that they were here to see me thriving, but then also a lot of anticipatory loss, as there are currently 3 different people in my life that are declining, and it's a bit of a waiting game, right? So you know that you're going to be losing someone, you're watching someone fade, but also the fear, you don't want your last memories of them to be like that, right? You don't want to remember them in the hospital bed. You don't want to remember them hurting. You want to remember going for ice cream and your grandpa going, oh, your cone is dripping, only to take your cone and lick away half of it before giving it back to you. It wasn't until a few years ago that my sister and I realized that grandpa wasn't trying to keep the cone from dripping. No, he was just stealing our ice cream. It took us a few years to several years, not until we were adults with our own, with her and her own kids, that we realized this, right? Those are the memories we want to have. My other grandpa sitting out in the rain at night because he wanted his nightly campfire. Every single night had to have a campfire. Rain or shine, had to have a campfire, and was always down for s'mores. These are the memories you want to have. Not, and I mean, the Bible doesn't tell us how Ruth lost her sons, how Ruth lost her husband. We don't know if it was sudden. We don't know if it was an illness that was, progressive. Like, we don't know how she lost them. We just know that she did. And I mean, we could get super technical talking about, like, which is harder, losing someone in an instant with no indication that they were gonna pass away, or watching someone decline. Like, we don't know how she lost them, we just know that she did. And I mean, I remember at the last funeral I went to, it was someone in my family who had passed very, very suddenly. And their spouse was saying it was easier to mourn someone who had passed suddenly, out of nowhere, than it was for someone who was declining. And that has sat with me for like a year, right? And yesterday, I have therapy every Tuesday. I am not afraid to say that I have therapy every Tuesday. I have been in therapy since I was 12. I turned 30 this year. Do the math. If I had started therapy as an infant, I would almost be an adult now. Like, there's been a lot in my life. Okay, some people are like therapy for a season, and then there's people like me, and that's called job security for a therapist, okay? But I was talking to her yesterday and just kind of letting it out, right? And this came up again, losing someone instantly versus losing someone in a slow decline. Because like I said, I've got 3 different people in my life that I am losing by a slow decline. It is not easy. And I mean, you want to spend as much time as you can with them, but it's hard to see them like that, right? Thank you.
Eyes up, Guardian.
Ugh. And I mean, you have to take the good memories, you have to take your time with them. You have to do whatever you can, because this is the only time you have. And I mean, there might be tears right now, but trust me, there is anger. There is anger. And you're allowed to be angry. Just because, we have hope does not mean that you cannot be angry. It does not mean that being angry is a bad thing. It is what you do in that anger that can become a bad thing. Your feelings are valid, but that doesn't mean your actions are. Okay? So I can be angry about what's going on, but that doesn't mean that I can walk up to a random person on the street and just punch them in the face because I'm angry. That doesn't justify it. That doesn't make it okay. Just because I'm angry doesn't mean that my actions are okay. But you're allowed to be angry. You are allowed to cry. You're allowed to scream. You're allowed to punch a pillow. You're allowed to throw the pillow. I mean, okay, so when my grandpa passed, we were actually on vacation. We were on a cruise ship. He was admitted into hospice the day that we got on the ship, but he said he wanted us to enjoy our vacation. So we knew he wasn't doing well, but it was 3 days later that he passed. And I knew that afternoon that he was gone, but I hadn't heard yet, right? So I go back to the room to kind of grab a few things a little bit before dinner, and, my parents tell me. The first thing I did, I grabbed my phone, my headphones, I put on my running sneakers, and I jogged from where we were on the ship to, like, the absolute opposite end, 3 floors up. I did not take the elevator, and I went into the arcade. Now, the arcade was empty, which was a big surprise for me. It was very loud, lots of sounds and stuff going on. I had my music going in my ears, and I was looking for one of those forget the name of it. Skee ball. I was looking for skee ball, but they didn't have skee ball. They had this one that was like clowns, and like you had to like knock the clowns down. I played that game for almost 30 minutes yelling as I threw those balls. No one else was in there, and I wasn't yelling loud enough. It was heard over the music and the noises, but I yelled as I threw because I was angry. And I was having a conversation with God as I did it. I was angry. That was my first reaction. That was the first thing I did. And I mean, I did that. I got a ton of points, by the way, for all the prizes and stuff. Ton of stuff. And I mean, I still have a lot of the stuff that I got, just like little fidgets and whatever. One was like an avocado, and he was really cute. I still have that stuff. I gave some of it to my niece. Not right away, but as she got a little bit older. And the anger kind of dissipated. We went to dinner. This was the grandpa that would lick our ice cream cones. And we went, after dinner that night, we went down into like the main, I forget what they called it, but it's basically like a cafeteria. And we all got ice cream. And I mean, that night we found out why Grandpa loved ice cream so much. We used to go on boat trips every summer. They had one of those boats that like you could sleep in because it had like the under part. Terminology escapes me. And we got to this one place that we came every single year, and Grandpa was getting off the boat. He slipped, and one leg stayed on the dock and the other one kind of like went off and into the water, and he broke his leg. That didn't stop the trip. My parents asked if, they wanted us to come pick us up, and they were like, nah, we got this, fam. So, I mean, I spent that summer learning how to do a lot of stuff on the boat to help Grandpa out. But every single day, like clockwork, we went and got ice cream. We got ice cream with him before, but not like this. This was every single day like clockwork. And he would call ice cream medicine. He would say, oh, it's time for my medicine, and then go get ice cream. So, the day that he passed, when we went and got ice cream that night, my mom told us why he was getting ice cream every day. When he broke his leg, the doctor told him he needed more calcium in his diet. Calcium is found in milk and ice cream. So when he was calling ice cream medicine, he actually meant it. It was medicine. It was helping him feel better. My anger went into joy, I guess, by the end of the night. Like, I went from being so angry to actually, like, going through the rest of the stages super quickly. And, I mean, partly you can say that's anticipatory. We knew it was coming for, like, 8 months. They said he had 6. He was stubborn enough to push for 8. But we still knew it was coming. I was still angry. I mean, I can't tell you how everybody else in my family dealt with it because, loss isn't something my family really talks about. Which, I mean, I'm not all for that. What is going on? Thank you. You were being dumb, and I don't like you being dumb. I forgot to put the music back on, you guys. I'm sorry. I am tired today. Muy cansada. But I mean, you can say that's every single day for me. I can't believe I missed your message, Solomon. I've lost someone once. Never should have took my mom to that hedge maze. Oh, I can tell you so many stories of the things my family have done for me in that regard. Okay, I got a reward. I need to, like... I don't have one from my to-do list. That basically means the next one gets removed. So we are going to hop into Ruth chapter 2. Now, we've got the Message version and the other, and NIV going on both sides. I kind of hate these ads, not gonna lie. So I'm hoping we don't get a questionable one. Ay caramba. Oh, I better put that back on. I don't want buggies. I don't want that kind of protein. And I've got a bowl. And I've got chippies. I don't want to spill them. Because these are oven baked chips. It's backwards. Oven baked. If you don't want to be backwards, go this way. Oven baked plain chips. So it is less fat, less grease. For someone without a gallbladder, it's helpful because grease makes me feel ugh. And no, I wasn't born without it. They pulled it out kicking and screaming. So I've got my chippies. Unfortunately, they're kind of broken. And I have a feeling I know who broke them, but you know, that's its own thing. Alright, fam. And yes, I've got another little card. So, there's a reason that this stream is called Untrustworthy PopTart with a question mark. I know they're late. I cannot believe they're late. I was on time. Like, I was right on time. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at, but there is a subreddit that is called Untrustworthy Pop-Tarts. And it's basically the kind of, like, posts come through that are the kind of thing where it's like, did this actually happen? Or is this just bullshit cocky? So, there's parts of this, especially the way that the message words it, that if this happened, like, current day, this would end up on Untrustworthy Pop-Tarts. So this is actually really funny, which is why, like, I was looking at this and I went, Untrustworthy Pop-Tart, because this is where it would end up. So, perfect. If I scroll like that, then you guys can still see. It so happened that Naomi had a relative by marriage, a man prominent and rich, connected with Elimelech's family. His name was Boaz. That is so much easier to pronounce. It so happened. My brain, I'm reading this just like this first one, and I'm like, it just so happened, huh? I am seeing Naomi sitting up in a comfy chair surrounded by yearbooks, family albums, like you name it, going, where is the closest relative? Like, who is the closest person I have? Oh, look, so-and-so had a son, and oh, he seems to be doing really well for himself. So I can tell a fairly embarrassing story here. When I was in high school, it was the year of my prom, okay? So, like, my final year. I didn't have a date, and I mean, this was, like, February or something. Prom's not until May. And I didn't have a date. My parents started looking through Facebook to find their friends that had kids that were around my age that could take me to prom. So that's where my head went as soon as it was like, it just so happened. It's like, she's looking through her Facebook, she's looking through her family albums, she's trying to find someone who's, like, related, right? I know, my parents didn't want me to go alone, and with very good reason. There's a whole lot more to that, but they were trying to be helpful. Now, if we look at the NIV translation here, it says, now Naomi had a relative on her husband's side. Like, it's just like, yeah, this is just what it is. Instead of, it so happened. It's the wording, right? It is the wording. So now we're going to get into verse 2 here. So one day, Ruth, the Moabite foreigner, as if we don't remember this from just a few verses ago. Because I want to point out that we put it into chapters and verses. So therefore, this is like just a few sentences ago. Yes, I agree with you. Better than secretly paying someone and not telling it. I did get a date. It was not from Facebook. But I did get a date. I found my own. They were actually rather surprised that I found myself a date. One day, Ruth the Moabite foreigner said to Naomi, "I am going to work. I am going out to glean among the sheaves, following after some harvester who will treat me kindly." Naomi said, "Go ahead, dear daughter." Firstly, I just want to point out, she's calling her daughter, not daughter-in-law, like we saw in the last chapter. It is straight daughter. She is recognizing Ruth as her own child. Because Ruth has left her entire family behind to come with Naomi. So this is the only family she has. Okay? So Ruth decided to work, likely to help with money. Naomi wouldn't be able to find a job, right? And it would be difficult for Ruth to find a job, but she is the only one who would be able to do the working. Hey, there we go. We were wondering where you were. Snaky snack. So she likely went out to help out with money. And here's where the whole untrustworthy Pop-Tart starts getting even more untrustworthy, y'all. She set out. She went and started gleaning in a field, just like a random field, just like spinning in a circle. I will go there, following in the wake of the harvesters. Eventually, she ended up in the part of the field owned by Boaz, her father-in-law, Elimelech's relative. Eventually, she ended up in the field owned by Boaz. A little later, Boaz came out from Bethlehem greeting his harvesters. "God be with you," they replied, "and God bless you." So, it just so happened Naomi had a relative. It just so happened that Ruth ended up in the same field. It just so happened. You see why I'm going untrustworthy Pop-Tart here? Like, we look at this and we go, okay, that's clearly God's hand here. It just so happened that not only is their relative, he's in good standing, he's got money, he can take care of them. It just so happened that the foreigner ended up in a wealthy local man's field. Just so happened. Untrustworthy Pop-Tart. That's what this is being voted so far, okay? In case you missed it, Snake and Dia, Untrustworthy Pop-Tart is a Reddit thing where it's things will be posted in there where it's like, yeah, that totally happened, or do we think this happened or not? Are they lying out there bullshit-cocky, or are they telling the truth here? So it's called Trustworthy or Untrustworthy Pop-Tart. I don't necessarily know where that comes from, but that's instantly where my brain went when I was reading through this, because just so happened that they have a wealthy relative, just so happened that Ruth ends up working for him. Exactly. Solomon's kind of getting it, except we would have to vote on whether or not it's a trustworthy or untrustworthy Pop-Tart, and that is a trustworthy Pop-Tart. I'm telling you right now, I trust that Pop-Tart. So, here we go. Boaz asked his young servant, who was the foreman over the farmlands, asked the boss, "Who is this young woman? Where did she come from?" He doesn't recognize her. He's wondering who the foreigner is, because he does not recognize her. So from the sounds of it, it's only locals that end up in his field. So how did she end up here? 4 personalities in one body. The foreman said, "Why, that's the Moabite girl, the one who came with Naomi from the country of Moab. She asked permission. 'Let me glean,' she said, 'and gather among the sheaves following after your harvesters.' She's been at it steady ever since, from early morning until now, without so much as a break." So basically what she's doing is she is securing food for them. The harvesters are picking up as much as they can. They're dropping little bits here and there. She's asking if she can take these things to either sell them or have them as food for her and her mother-in-law. She's trying to provide for them in one way or the other, right? Like, if it really came down to it, would you rather by your working that your food is completely provided or that you're getting money, right? When they don't have to worry about electricity bills, they don't have to worry about plumbing and water, like they don't have to worry about that stuff. It is literally just food and, you know, a few necessities. They don't have to go, like, you know, go get toothpaste, toothbrushes, deodorant. They don't got to worry about that stuff, right? They, like, their food is provided and that food can be sold for money. Because I bet that, you know, she's bringing this home and Naomi is making things out of it. Naomi can't work. What is she doing all day? I don't think she's scrolling Facebook, looking up random relatives that, you know, Ruth can marry. Is she in a sewing circle? I don't know if a sewing circle was a thing back then. I know sewing machines were not. But, you know, what was she doing all day? She was probably finding a way to take this stuff that they had, make it into stuff that could be sold so that they could have what they need, right? I was wondering where the mouse went. She's been at it steady from morning until now without so much as a break. She is working hard. She's putting everything she has into it. Like, the sun is coming down on her. She's not even asking for a break. She's doing all that bending over. Like, just thinking about everything she's doing makes my body hurt. And if you know me, my body already hurts. So, like, reading this, I was wondering where the mouse went. Kara 2026. No, the mouse is usually underneath her, along with her favorite toy, the knife that looks like it's got blood on it. So then Boaz takes time out of his busy day to go and speak to Ruth. "Listen, my daughter." He's not calling her foreigner. He's not calling her random woman. He's using a term of endearment, saying, "You are just like me." Which, like, do I need to remind you, she is a foreigner in a strange land that did not treat foreigners well. Right? That's why she's working so hard, because she knows if she takes a break, they're going to make fun of her. They're going to take things from her. That's why she's working so hard and not stopping, because she knows she'll get more out of this if she just pushes through, right? He says, "Listen, my daughter, from now on, don't go to any other field to glean. Stay right here in this one, and stay close to my young women. Watch where they are harvesting and follow them, and don't worry about a thing. I've given orders to my servants not to harass you. When you get thirsty, feel free to go and drink from the water buckets that the servants have filled." Not only did he step in and acknowledge her, he recognized what she was likely going through and stepped in to stop it. He went, "I know you were hurting. I know you were struggling. I can help. And I'm going to. I have helped. You didn't ask. I just did it because I knew you needed it." She dropped to her knees and bowed her face to the ground. "How does this happen that you should pick me out and treat me so kindly? Me, a foreigner." All right. Ruth worked really, really hard, constantly pushing through. we've looked at the fact that Naomi was grieving because she had lost everything. She lost her sons, she lost her husband, but Ruth was grieving too. She lost a husband. She lost a husband, she left everything she ever knew to take care of the only family she had left. It is so easy to look at Naomi and think about her grief, but Ruth was grieving too. And sometimes the best thing you can do when you are in the midst of grief is to keep moving. Just putting one foot in front of the other until it gets easier, because it will. And that's what she's trying to do. She's putting one foot in front of the other, just trying to keep moving, trying to keep doing. That's probably another reason she wanted to work. She needed to keep her mind busy. She didn't want to sit in this. She didn't want to wallow in it. Some people need to feel their feelings. Other people need to keep moving. Everybody deals with grief differently. Boaz absolutely recognized her work, right? She was walking, and she was walking well. We talked about, the idea of walk and talk last summer when we were going through James. And I know Daya's recently gone through James as well with her stuff. Thank you. That was kind of a hiccup, but hopefully I didn't eat a bug. See, very tiny print, y'all. Very tiny print. Okay, you missed it earlier. My coffee. This is actually my second coffee of the day. You wanna know why it's like this? We seem to have a fruit fly infestation somehow. And my earlier coffee, I had it on the desk. I went to go get a water bottle out of the fridge, came back, and there were 20 bugs in it in a graveyard. And I went, yeah, I'm not drinking that. So the coffee needs to be covered, because they see the coffee and bug spray doesn't work for fruit flies. I know it does though. So I could always put little traps together fairly easily too. Flamethrower. I'll give them a stern talking to. Please do. Please do. Okay, so Boaz recognized how hard she was working. And he knew she was likely being bullied because she was a foreigner. He recognized the culture around him. Recognized this is likely what was happening. He saw she was a foreigner, and instead of going, oh yeah, foreigner, whatever, he went, wait a second, let me step in and help. Not because, he had to, not because he was obligated to, but because he wanted to. I see there are threats going on in the chat. That's wonderful. He wanted her to stay with him, even though she was facing difficulties, even though she was struggling. I have a lot of health problems. I have not hid them. I have not, shied away from it going, yeah, I'm perfect in health. Everything's great. As Solomon, calls us the perfect health club. Yeah. One of my biggest concerns, I've lost a few jobs because of my health stuff, because I've needed accommodations, which, by the way, it is illegal not to accommodate. But I've needed accommodations, and jobs either didn't want to or couldn't, right? And this working for Graphic Word has been my dream job since Mike first approached me about Graphic Word 7 years ago. Actually, more than 7 years ago. 8 years ago. He approached me 8 years ago. Oh, they let me go for other reasons to, cover things. They get tricky and slippery when it comes to disabilities. They get real sneaky. My biggest fear, and I said to Mike and Ricky and over and over and over as we were going through this process, was that I was going to lose this job because I would have a point where I needed a surgery or I wasn't doing well and I needed to take time off. And both of them told me that they would do whatever it took to keep me here. I said to Mike there was at one point where it looked like I was going to be having a surgery fairly quickly. thankfully, you know, didn't quite happen. It was a wait and see thing, but whatever. And I said to Mike, I was like, what if I have to be in the hospital for a few weeks recovering and I can't stream? Am I going to lose my audience? And Mike just laughed at me and he went, there's no way you are going to lose them. They like you too much. They want me to stay. And I mean, I think you guys want me to stay. It's hard to like fully tell, but I think you guys want me to stay. And I mean, I was told as long as the donations keep coming in, I've got a place here. They are willing to accommodate when I have appointments, when I've got other things going on. Like, they are very quick to check in with me going, how are you doing today? Is there anything I can do to help, to assist? If Kara also stays with you, then sure. Kara's not going anywhere. Mostly because she can't drive and doesn't have opposable thumbs to open doors. She's not going nowhere. If I could bring her here, I would, but, I mean, you thought she screamed in that video? Oh, Snick. We need to show you the anger of Miss Kara. And we're going to show you guys the anger once more that is Kara. Because, goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm sending him your complaints. Yeah. No? Are you displeased? Oh dear. Am I in trouble? This was the other morning because I was making a coffee before feeding her and she was angry. This was not as loud as she gets, actually. This was like her medium ground. Yeah, so basically I filmed this to send this to Solomon because I was like, oh, he's got to hear this. I mean, the only other time she's yelled at me like that I've been able to capture on camera was earlier this year when it was a snow day and I couldn't come stream. He wanted her to stay. So he made it easier for her so she could stay. He accommodated her so she could stay, very similar to how they, and you guys even, accommodate me so I can stay and be here. I mean, you guys are dealing with the majority of me for the entire summer. We've got some Daya, we might have some other people sprinkled in there, but it's the majority of it is me. And you guys still show up. Which blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. And not only do you guys show up while I'm streaming, but you guys show up after the fact too to watch it. Like, people actually want to watch me. People actually want to hang out with me and talk to me. Like, as the person who has been the outcast, like Ruth. Legendary. As someone who has been that outcast, I know what it's like. I completely understand why she is like saying to him, how does this happen that you should pick me out and treat me so kindly? Me, a foreigner. Me, the outcast. Me, the weirdo. Like, now I have good the absolute shock. But see, here, there's another thing here. She doesn't recognize her worth. She doesn't see her worth. She works so hard. She doesn't take a break. She does all of this to take care of her mother-in-law. But she struggles to believe that somebody would notice her and step in and help. Hi, I've been there. When you're down in that gutter long enough, it can be really hard to believe that someone is going to help. So Boaz answered her, I've heard all about you. Heard about the way you treated your mother-in-law after the death of her husband, how you left your father and mother and the land of your birth and came here to live amongst a bunch of total strangers. He heard about her works. He heard about her walk. Just like in James 2. And she was being rewarded for it. Okay? Because we talked about last summer with James. It's like, if your walk and your talk line up, you will be rewarded. Her walk and her talk line up. And she is seeing this reward on this side of heaven. Right? And Naomi just so happened to have a relative that was doing well. Ruth just so happened to end up in his field. Boaz just so happened to recognize her. Untrustworthy PopTart yet? God rewards you well for what you've done, and with a generous bonus besides from God, to whom you've come seeking protection under his wings. She said, "Oh, sir, such grace, such kindness, I don't deserve it." Once again, she can't see her worth. Hi, I struggle with seeing my worth. Hello. You've touched my heart, treated me like one of your own, and I don't even belong here. How many of us have ever felt out of place? How many of us have ever felt like, we don't fit in? I feel like that's a super common thing amongst nerds. We don't feel like we fit in. That's exactly what Ruth is feeling here, and she's going, wait a second. You actually want me to be here? You actually want me to be a part of this? When you hear something over and over and over, when you tell yourself something over and over and over, you begin to think it's true. If you stand in front of the mirror for like 2 hours or whatever, telling yourself that the sky is green, if people around you are telling you that the sky is green, you are going to start to believe that sky is green. That's one of the reasons why affirmations are so important. And I don't know how that happened. I got all tangled. I use my Finch app for my affirmations. I actually have an entire little segment in my Finch app for affirmations. It's not green. I should get my glasses checked, right? Come on, Finchy. I made him look super cute today, and I'm very happy about it. I'm going to switch back to... He's a farmer. Because we were going to be talking about working out in the wheat fields. So I made him look like a little farmer. Also, the little robot beside him, I named it Bluey. Because it's a blue robot. I had to. But I can go in here and I have affirmations. And I share them with my friends. So, it's things like, you are enough. You have purpose. You make a difference. You are wise. You are making progress. You are loved. And as I am checking these off, I'm saying it to myself. And oh my word, if it hasn't helped with my self-worth. One of the things my therapist taught me was these work really, really well if, in your mirror or whatever, you have a picture of little you. Right? Because I'm not gonna look at 2-year-old me, which by the way, let me show you 2-year-old me. I am not going to look at this little girl's face, right? I am not going to look at this little 2-year-old me and say, you are dumb, you are not wanted, you are not pretty, you are not loved. I'm not gonna say that. She's adorable. I love her tremendously. I want all the best for her. But it's so easy for me to look at myself in the mirror and go, oh, I don't look good. Like, oh, what is with my face today? Right? Like, it's so easy for us to say that to ourselves when the reality is we are loved. We are wanted. We are beautiful, right? God looks down at us, sees the cat that's mewing because it needs attention and goes, oh, look at that thing. Look at that little creature. I love it. I saw a fruit fly out of the corner of my eye. I do not love it. Ruth didn't feel like she belonged. Ruth was struggling with her worth. Because let me just remind you, back in this time, a woman's worth was determined who she was attached to maritally, by name, by status. It wasn't her that determined her worth. It was the men in her life that determined her worth. And I mean, I could go on a whole freaking rant about this and how much that drives me nuts. Oh, Solomon, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. But I also want to say it is so much easier for me to say to somebody else, you are loved, you are wanted, I am so glad you're here, you are amazing. It's a lot easier to say that to somebody else than it is to say to myself. Which, that is why I have Little Pillow. Little Pillow represents that 2-year-old version of me. So I can say my affirmations to her, I can take care of her, I can love on her, and yet I'm still loving on me. Yes, Little Pillow, we love her so much. She's at home sleeping with Kara. I sent Solomon a adorable picture the other day. I'll have to put it up because it was so cute. I think it was yesterday, actually. I was having a nap. Yeah, it was yesterday. Having a nap. And Kara came and napped with me, which was adorable in and of itself. But when I woke up, I noticed this. So this is Little Pillow's paw. Like back leg or whatever. And this is Kara's tail. She wrapped her tail around Little Pillow's leg. And this is, like, you can see the rest of Kara. Like, if that isn't cute, I don't know what is. I'm sorry. Like, that is adorable. You can hate on cats all you want, but that is so cute. When the computer doesn't do things the way I want it to, it just angers me. Okay. She says, I don't even belong here. She struggles with her worth. She struggles with believing she is worth it. She's not tied to the right people. Society has told her that she is not worth it. That she is basically scum because she is a foreigner. She is a widow. She's in a land that she doesn't belong. It's a good thing society doesn't do that stuff nowadays. At the lunch break, Boaz says to her, so he comes back to her later. Because, I mean, he's told her, you can have these breaks, you can have water, you can take your breaks, you can do all this stuff. But he knows, with her self-worth, based on her, I don't even belong here, that she's not going to do it. So he checks in with her. How many of us have a friend that checks in with us and keeps us accountable? Because if you don't, Oh my word. It makes an insane difference to have someone who keeps you accountable. Huge difference. Like, if you're looking for an accountability partner, put a thing up in our Discord, right? Reach out to one of our leaders. Go, hey, I need an accountability partner. Are you able to be that partner for me? Are you able, like, do you know someone who can do that for me? Because we got you, fam. See, that's the thing about a family of outcasts. We all get it. We have all lived different lives, but we have some shared experiences. I may not know what it feels like to go through your life, but I know what it feels like to hurt. I know what it feels like to lose things. I know what it feels like to struggle and be at the end of your rope. I may not know your life, but I know how you feel. And the best part of an accountability partner is you don't have to go through it alone. You've got somebody else who can just sit with you, like Job's friend sat with him. Someone who can just sit with you. You don't even have to talk. You don't have to do anything. Like one of my best friends, I'm meeting up with her next week, and we're just going to go thrifting. I'm looking for a few outfit pieces for the summer, and she's like, oh, let's just go thrifting. And our schedules don't necessarily match up all the time, but like, she invited me to my nephew's birthday party this weekend. I don't have a kid. I'm going to be like the only person there that isn't family without a kid. I'm going to be that weirdo. But I've talked to her about this. She's an only child. We have known each other for 18 years. We're still very close. We don't get together all the time. But I said to her, I went, is it weird if I call him my nephew? Because I have 2 nieces, right? And she went, I'd love that. So I officially have a nephew that I can spoil and dote on, and I got him an amazing present that he will love, and she will die laughing over, because it's partly an inside joke from the 2 of us from all the years that we have spent together. But I reached out. She knew that I needed something, and we found a way to make it work so we could get together. Because she knows some of the stuff that I'm dealing with. And I mean, as soon as she found out that I was struggling with something that, like, she semi-understood, because I messaged her one day because she had asked me a question, and I responded being like, this is what's going on. And her next message, like 2 seconds later, was, come over. Let's talk about this. And we got together and we talked for hours. Just having somebody there makes a huge difference. And he recognizes, so Boaz here recognizes that Ruth doesn't have that person, because both she and her mother-in-law are struggling. If both you and your accountability partner are struggling, maybe bring a third person into the mix. Because if you're both drowning, it's a little hard to pull each other up. And it's not a bad thing to bring more people into there. Look, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They brought a 4th into the fire and everything was fine. 12 disciples. I mean, I can go on and on. Ah, yes. Oh, Kara stretches like that all the time, and it's so cute, but I never actually get it on video. So Boaz finds her again. Is reminding her to do what? Self-care. On her lunch break, comes to her and says, come over here, eat some bread, dip it in the wine. My body reminds me every so often, Snick. Eat some bread, dip it in the wine. So she joined the harvesters. Boaz passed the roasted grain to her. She ate her fill and even had leftover. He was telling her to do self-care. When your boss tells you to do self-care, you should probably listen. Ricky Ann was always reminding us to do self-care, and I freaking love it. She had leftovers. When she got back up to go to work, he ordered his servants, let her glean where there's still plenty of grain on the ground, make it easy for her. Better yet, pull some of the good stuff out and leave it for her to glean. Give her special treatment. because he knew she needed it. Ruth gleaned in the field until evening. When she threshed out what she had gathered, she ended up with nearly a full sack of barley. That's like a lot. That's like huge. She gathered up her gleanings, went back to town, and showed her mother-in-law the results of her day's work. She also gave her the leftovers from her lunch. Ruth had been working as hard as she was so that her mother-in-law still had something. She wasn't taking time for herself because she didn't think she deserved it until someone came along and went, "My love, you deserve it. Take that 15 minutes. Do that face mask." Which, by the way, I did 2 face masks last Friday. I did one for like my under eyes, and that was awesome. And I ate pizza and watched Criminal Minds. It was great. And then I did like a full-on face mask, like one of those sheet ones, like 30 seconds before my parents came home. So I looked wonderful because I still had I just put the whole mask on. Or sheep ones. No, sheet. Almost sounds like a bad word. So I looked wonderful, and my dad laughed at me. He laughed at me pretty hard. But I was doing self-care, and I was over it. And I actually plan on doing more this week. I want to try and do it weekly like I used to. So Ruth gave Naomi all the leftovers. Ruth's cup has been filled. And now she was helping fill her mother-in-law's. Naomi asked her, "So where did you glean today? Whose field?" "God bless whoever it was who took such good care of you." Ruth told her mother-in-law, "The man with whom I work today, his name is Boaz." Naomi said to her daughter-in-law, "Why, God bless that man. God hasn't quite walked out on us after all. He still loves us in bad times as well as good. He hasn't walked out on us. He still loves us." Naomi went on, "That man, Ruth, is one of our circle of covenant redeemers, a close relative of ours." Ruth, once again reminding us she's a foreigner, the Moabitess. I want to, have a conversation with whoever wrote this book because there's little things in it that just... Do we need to be reminded that she's not from here? Because I'm certain she feels it. She said, "Well, listen to this. He also told me, stick with my workers until my harvesting is finished." Naomi said to Ruth, "That is wonderful, dear daughter. Do that. You'll be safe in the company of his young women. No danger now of being raped in some stranger's field." That is the kind of stuff that would happen to foreigners. And Boaz stepped in to make sure she was safe. So Ruth did it. She stuck close to Boaz's young women, gleaning in the fields daily until both the barley and wheat harvesting were finished. And she continued living with her mother-in-law. Once again, we don't know where they're living. Doesn't tell us. So basically, I want to point out the little footnotes here. So, when she says here, one of our circle of covenant redeemers, what it means is, it's a guardian redeemer. Here it says, it's a legal term for one who has the obligation to redeem a relative in serious difficulty. He stepped in, even though technically his obligation was to Naomi. He stepped in for Ruth because Ruth was close to Naomi. He didn't have to. He was not obligated. It was not required of him, and yet he did it anyway. Also, she brought home about 30 pounds of barley. That is what he gave to her. 30 pounds of barley. That is so much. Like, I feel like you'll be good for a while with 30 pounds. Like, goodness gracious, I feel like you'll be good. Naomi was angry because she had lost everything. She was angry because she felt like God didn't see her, didn't hear her. But here at the end of the chapter, after hearing, Ruth just so happened to end up in that field. Ruth just so happened to catch the attention of him. He just so happened to step in when he wasn't obligated to, when he wasn't required to. Multiple times he stepped in. This wasn't just a one and done, oh yeah, I give her special. Solomon, don't even start with me. I could say kilograms instead. That'd be 13 kilograms. Untrustworthy PopTart, because this story has way too many coincidences. There's way too many instances in here that if this were to happen nowadays, if this were to, go around as a story of what happened, people would go, yeah, of course, the foreigner got special treatment. Of course, the person who just didn't make any sense, like it was stepped in. Of course, they just happened. That's why they would say untrustworthy. Oh, yes, this feels like, a made-up story or whatever. But it did happen. It did. Naomi's faith was renewed. It was renewed because she realized that God could see her even when she was in pain. She realized that he was still there even when she was hurting. Like, I bet you she had her own footsteps in the sand moment, you guys, where it was like, oh, he's actually here carrying me. See, I have said for many years that instead of there's three parts in the sand for me, okay, you guys? There's the part, where I'm being carried. There's the part where we're walking side by side. And then there's the part where he's dragging me and I'm kicking and screaming. Those are the three parts of us walking in the sand together. Because there are moments in my life very similar to how Naomi feels, where it's like, he doesn't see me. I don't want to keep moving forward. This sucks. Everything's going wrong. Nothing's right. I hate all of this. Everything sucks. It is so easy to get into that mindset and then just kind of snowball it. Or to therapize it, it would be called catastrophizing, which is making a big deal out of nothing. I am the queen of catastrophizing, y'all. I am the queen of catastrophizing. If they gave out medals and prizes and whatnot for it, I would have 6. Because at this point, I've got friends and family around me who are just like, you're catastrophizing. And I'm going, yeah, I know. And it's just one of those okay moments. Her faith was renewed. She could see God's hand even in her pain. When we are in pain, I can speak personally for me. When I am in physical pain, when my pain gets really bad, I sort of shut down, right? It's hard for me to focus on anything. It's hard for me to feel anything except for pain. It's hard for me to experience anything else. I am curled up in a ball with my eyes closed, a blanket on me, I'm very much the leave me here to die kind of feeling when pain gets really bad. Yet, in the midst of her feeling like that emotionally, she was likely depressed. Ah, yes, more coffee. I require the fiefs. Bug check. No bugs, we're good. I'm paranoid now. Snack is trying to say hi and at the same time put more protein in my diet. In the midst of her depression and hurt, she was able to see that God was still there. She was able to have that moment of hope. Anyone who's gone through grief knows that when you have that moment of hope, the recognition that, hey, we do have hope, that is when things start to get easier. Not, absolutely easy, there's no hurt, there's no pain, but things get a little bit easier because now you can see the light even when you're in the dark. You know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You still have to walk the tunnel, but there's light. Ruth keeps working, right? She keeps working, she keeps pushing. Like, they've got 30 pounds of barley. Do you really think she needs to go back and get more? I mean, I don't know all that they were doing with it, but I mean, that feels like more than enough to me. But, she keeps working. She keeps going and doing. So, like, she's getting barley, she's getting wheat. I feel like they'd have a huge stockpile. Like, they'd have a pantry that just wouldn't quit. That's what I'm thinking. She kept working while they were waiting for God to move. God made himself known in showing these connections, in creating these coincidences, and putting these dominoes in motion. And while they were waiting for his plan to make sense, she kept working. She took their anger, Naomi's like intense bitterness, anger. Yes, Solomon, I did say tree. Took that anger and it was able to be turned into something beautiful. You can have the anger, but it's what you do with it that can be the problem, okay? Like I said before, your emotions are valid, but that does not mean your actions are. So, let me show you somebody else who was incredibly angry due to loss, and yet their actions did not go well. Let me just show you guys right here. Incredibly angry due to loss. But just like, look at how the actions went here. It did not go well. It did not go well. Took that anger, acted on it. It did not go well. Did not go well. I did not go well. I have the high ground. No, you don't. No, you don't. We actually, in the main office, have a whole bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays of Star Wars. So I was looking for episode 3. They don't have an episode 3. That's like the only one we're missing. Made me sad because I was just going to bring the box. But this is what happens when you let your anger rule your life. This is what happens when you convince yourself that because you're angry, you can get away with it. Because you're angry, it's justified. Naomi was angry. Like, girl had every right to be after everything she lost. Like, she was angry. But she didn't take it out on other people. Like, if we go back to chapter 1, like down here, right? She's just like, she's saying, don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because he has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord brought me back empty. Why call me Naomi? He has brought misfortune upon me. She's not taking it out on other people. She's making it known that she's angry. She's saying, I am angry. I am bitter. I am hurt. She's not taking it out on other people because she knows there's no point. It's not going to help. I mean, did taking out his anger help him? Or did it just make it worse? Because, like, he ends up looking like this, my dudes. Not like this. Not like this adorable man. He ends up looking like this. Right? Like, that's what his anger did to him. It literally and figuratively destroyed him from the inside out. But Ruth and Naomi didn't let it go that way, okay? They didn't let it take over their lives. They didn't let it destroy them. They were angry, they were sad, they were hurt. They had every right to be. Every single right to be. Losing everything Ruth giving up everything because she recognized someone she loved was hurting and she wanted to be that accountability partner. But it was hard for the two of them when they're both hurting and going through that to be accountability partners. So God brings a third one. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, hurting, struggling in fear in that furnace. So God sent someone else. God added another one to their numbers. And look how that turned out. Does anybody have any questions? Like, I've been talking for a while and nobody's like even really given like comments. Like comments, questions, concerns. Am I a heretic? Like, I don't have much from y'all. No questions come to mind. Did I really do that good of a job? It didn't feel like I was doing that good of a job, y'all. David Samwise Gamgee. This is the article he's linking, by the way. Talking about having that accountability partner. Talking about David's accountability partner. David's friend that came alongside him to help him. This is a lot smaller than a lot of mine. Goodness gracious, now I feel like I just never shut up. Oh man. This music's actually really nice. I mean, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And like, look at how peaceful this looks. I want to be that little floating, like, raccoon. Just like fully enjoying the sun, have a little hut by the water. That sounds wonderful. Get away from society. It's free to listen to this stuff, by the way, and there's like a whole bunch of other ones. There's like Summer Essentials, Late Night Vibes, Chill Study Beats, Sunny Day. Lots of fun ones. Witch Tree, because there's like a house in the tree. Oh, look at the bird! No, like the little... It's very chill. Which is funny because it's called Chill Hop. Do you want to be the tree that's cut down over here? All the tree? Okay. We've talked a little about anger. I have an idea. I have a serious idea. Let's see what I can do here. Come on, open for me. I haven't actually tested this, so I don't know if it'll work. I am worried. We're gonna see if this works. I make no promises. I have a big can of Coke. Oh dear. That's loud.
Commencing autopsy 3.
Ah!
Time.
Come on, stop it. Give me uno momento. There we go. It's a GW stream. When has anything worked the first time? I mean, you're not wrong. Okay. So, okay, we've talked about anger and all that fun stuff. This is this is the game that I purchased on the Steam sale. Plague Inc. We are gonna try this. We are gonna try this because I feel like there's an anger virus or something. Ugh. How can anytime you beat the game, so I can't do anything? We can't do anything yet? Oh, you suck. Casual. No one washes their hands. Research doctors don't work. Sick people are given hugs. Sounds like the States right now with all the stuff they're cutting off. Can't do any cheats. Oh, you suck. Okay, we're gonna try this. We'll just try this. You are a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Oh dear. We will name the next one Bugs. Select a country to begin your plague. When you click it, you can see more information. Sorry, not sorry. We are starting there. It begins in the USA. Weaken unspecialized and must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. I don't necessarily know what's going on here. Can I, like, add things? No, I don't know what we're doing. This is entertaining. One infected. Is he up there? I'm not 100% okay, there we go. Orange. Tap orange bubbles to get DNA points. How do I do DNA points? Is this DNA point stuff? Yes, it is. Wonderful. Livestock. Oh, birds, rodents, bugs. Blood-to-blood contact. Ooh. Oh, I'm enjoying this. 4 infected so far. 6 infected. Seems to only be in the States. 9 infected. Cheap, clean power. On laughter and joy. That feels like lies to me. We're gonna do bugs. We're gonna do bugs. You have spent DNA points to evolve your disease, and more options have opened up. Didn't know Santa was sharing his electricity generator. Spreading from person to person in the USA, and it will grow exponentially. You control the plague indirectly by evolving it. English. What would happen in real life? Plan your strategy. Okay. We're starting in the States. Not necessarily transmission. Oh, there we go. Symptoms. Chance of infection, spreading pathogens. Yes. Fluid buildup. Ooh, cold information. Irritated stomach leads to discomfort. When kissing. Makes people irritable and less productive. There we go. We've got some anger. Painful lumps. Ooh, that'll be fun. Ooh, this is interesting. am intrigued. To spread faster, I need to... Okay, well, that was my plan, actually. Next. Ah! Painful lumps, I believe that's what my mom called sisters. Ooh, it's spreading better. We've got, like, big... Okay. No, that's 11. We have to keep going for another 3. Infected, 131. We are going. Not seeing any hopping up anywhere else. Ooh! Eee! Oh, I've got 14, 15. Let's do this. Ooh, yeah, I'll probably do that. Genetic hardening. I want to make it more deadly, though. Symptoms. Ooh, wait. First, yes. Symptoms. Hypoxia in the organs. Yes, because that'll be deadly. Ooh, sneezing. 8 points. No one's dead yet. Canada's been infected. Woo! I never thought I would be so happy for Canada to get a disease. Oh my word, look at how it's spreading. Paranoia. Yes, paranoia and anger. Goodness gracious. She be spreading fast. Dust particles. Water. Ooh, and ship transmission. Okay, so we need 10 points. I should not be enjoying this so much. I'm a little sad no one's dead yet, but we'll get there. I've never played this before, and I am slightly concerned. Ooh! We've got more. It's spreading further. Brexit! That's so funny. Come on. I love how it's nowhere else. Ooh, it's infecting more countries. Control where it goes by involving. Okay. You. We want it to go across ships. Livestock. Birds and rodents would actually probably be a good idea. It's not even close to being lethal yet. We need more lethality. Ooh, only 8 for that. Ooh. It can travel by bugs. We've already got it traveling by bugs. Yeah, we're going for those. That's 8 and 7. So now boats are going to be spreading it too. Look at it go. Daya was saying that when she plays this, she enjoys doing a happiness virus. Oh my word. Look at it go. Oh. Oh my word. It's going. Okay, this one. Oh, it's increasing in lethality. Ooh, insanity. Oh, heck yes, I'm getting them. Yeah, I bought this for $2, Snick. That's why I bought it, because I've heard so much about it. Look at it spread. The United States is almost completely covered. It's hurting people. Oh, I have 135 dead. We've killed. The harder humans will try to cure it. Remember this one involving your disease. Yeah, they can try. We're gonna make this deadly. New disease, which has been named PAX 12. It is quite severe, must be investigated further. Also reporting this disease. Really? The U.S. is recognizing this disease. I feel like it's taken over the entirety of the U.S. Oh, wait, no. I did both of those. Wait. Abilities. Making it harder to test. 24. Ooh, 19. Insomnia, drug resistance. We're doing great. First death has been confirmed in the United States. What do you mean? There's almost 11,000 dead. This is amazing. More than HIV. Look at that. I'm doing great. Abilities. Yeah. 24. Yeah, 9. We want that next. Goodness gracious. Without greater funding, it is expected to take a long time. The United States is pretty much completely taken over, my dudes. Ooh, a new strain exists. Yes, please. 25. Okay. Ooh, 9. Beginning to spread around the world. Use the world data to see the countries that are not infected yet. Look at this go. The States is almost pretty much shot, y'all. Can be fatal. Lethality is not, going too far yet. Allergic reactions. Yes, please. Oh, there's our painful lumps. But that's what we want. We want 25. More than HIV. Look at that. I'm doing great. Yeah, I thought about getting the DLCs, but I wanted to try this out first. We're doing pretty good. Limiting access into and out of the country. Well, they can try. I really don't think it's going to work. I need one more. Another strain. And we're going to start adding these extra things. I'm over 1 million dead. I'm doing pretty good. PAX Awareness Day. Yeah, good luck. I remember seeing a lot of memes about this game when COVID hit. Want allergic reactions? 16 for that one. Ooh. 19. Gimme, 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 gimme. Yeah. I heard about that, but I saw so many people going, who's playing the game? Yes, yes, the Cure one. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, I need 27. Yeah, my number is gonna cry. Yes. Ooh, hemorrhagic shock. It's okay. We still love you. I'm glad you could spend some time with us. Oh, goodness gracious. This is spreading so fast. We want you. Oh, I need to do, like, more transmission work. Yeah. Land transition and mutation. Plane transmission. Okay, I need 11. Almost there anyway. Ooh, it's been placed on the Who watch list. Yeah, it will be unstoppable. You best believe it's gonna be unstoppable. Uh-oh. I'm killing a lot of Canadians. Sorry. I didn't really mean to. I'm not. Ooh. I've got a lot of dead people. Pop the blue bubbles to destroy the research. Bet. 75 million people. That can't be right. Oh, that's Russia specific. Now I get it. Blue cure bubbles. Yeah, find something. Pop them to destroy their research. Okay. Killed more than the Spanish flu. Yay! So next I need to do blood, which is 14. More than the common cold. It is the ultimate infectious disease. Blood to blood. No, those are already done. It's the lighter ones. Sneezing. Serious fluid buildup and discharge. But wait, which one was it you? Ooh! Oh, I feel like a horrible person. Pathogen disrupts cell growth pathways, causing uncontrolled, eventually fatal tumor growth. Except that one goes even further. Gangrene. Like, that's a big jump. We need 35. Goodness gracious. Deadliest plague ever. Worse than smallpox. Yes. Yeah. Evolve aggressive symptoms to destroy countries, more noticeable, or evolve cure resistance, less noticeable. Okay. Watch me kill. Watch me shoot. And I need 10 more. You don't do anything. Need more lethality. Which is likely going to be you for 20. But I can do 30. It's beginning to break down. Hee 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 hee. Hee 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 hee. Oh my word, I'm killing a lot of people. Yeah. $74. I am marvelous. I want to do cold and heat, so that's what? 34? This is where it's affecting specifically. Nausea symptom. Booyah. This is marvelous. I need 17. Ooh, China is the first place to fall into anarchy. I am killing almost every single person in the world. This is, oops. It somehow managed to infect Madagascar. Way to go, me. Take you. Brain. Causes loss of consciousness, sometimes death. I mean, you give me some, you give me slightly less. Oh, but you make it almost completely severe. 32, we can do that. Oh, I need water. Woo-woo! Oh, yes. I will eat more chippies. We need 32. They're almost all dead. Ooh, 40. We can do this. We can do this. 40. Can we hit 40 before everybody dies? I don't know, man. That's already all completely taken care of. Yeah, let's do this stuff. Oh, a nuclear explosion in Sweden has released a vast cloud of radioactive particles. Cause unknown, but location suggests failure/sabotage of nuclear power plant containment systems. Yeah, it would appear that IKEA is done. Yeah, there's really not much left in the world. Oops. Oh, look at it go. Oh my word. Oops. that number climbs as this is climbing. More in there. As soon as that hits 0, I think we're done. Yeah, immune suppression. I only have 3 points left. Yay! A few. Oh! Few healthy. Dang nabbit. You suck. Buggies. Uh-huh. Let's go. Go. Buggies are spreading. No, I can't do any of them yet. I need further. We're gonna spread it through buggies. There we go. Well, see, I was just thinking largest body of people, easiest transmission. I don't necessarily need it to be deadly. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Is it possible to win? I'm gonna do this one. It's 11. Yep, I get it. Hundreds. Buggies has infected hundreds in China, increasing the chance that an infected person will infect a healthy person. Keep evolving your disease. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's the cure progress. Buggies has not been noticed. I don't need you to be noticed. I just need you to transmit. Yeah, I like that one. 4. I only have 2 at this point. Infected thousands! I don't need it to be lethal. I don't need people to die, I just need them to get sick. Ooh, Southeast Asia. There we go, look at that. 2 million. Oh my word, look at it go. Let's do water, air. 15, 13, 12, 11. Ooh, pulmonary fibrosis. Look at it go. Ooh! I got Australia. I got Australia. I don't need anybody to die. I just want them to catch it. Urban regions and mutation. Blood to blood contact. Beginning to spread around the world. Use the world data to, which countries are not infected yet. Ooh, look at it go. Oh no, I'm killing people. That's bad. Named buggies, mostly harmless but must be infected further. Other countries are reporting this disease. And you're not supposed to be fatal. Uh-oh. Oh, there goes a boat. To spread faster, you need to evolve. Drug resistance. I got Mexico. Oh, goodness gracious. Mercy sakes alive. Okay. Abilities. We're making drug resistance. Yep, get rid of research abilities. 22. 30. I need to do 30. I don't need people to die. Come on. Well, it is bad for me to be killing people. Make fun of me. I don't need you to be problematic. I do kind of want to get rid of a cure. Redditors. I've put forward a motion to require readers to subscribe to a PayPal community fully supportive. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't need people dying. Just need it contagious. Clearly, it's quite contagious. Death toll isn't climbing drastically, so... However, it's spreading drastically, goodness gracious. Okay. $33. And 30. So I need 63. Ooh, rash symptom. Okay, but that's increasing my death toll, and I really don't want it to. Okay. Transmission. Let's keep that going. I don't need my symptoms to keep going. I need my transmission to keep going. Or abilities. How about 6, 7? You're funny. I think they're sort of dead. Bug. Oh, none of them can be grabbed. Dang it. Do blood. So that's 30 in total. Boom, boom. Come on. It's been placed on a Who watch list. Oh, they're getting 2% of the way there. 3. How do I stop them? Total organ failure. I don't want you to do that, though. This is a problem. I don't really, like, why are you getting so lethal? Why? Ooh. Ow. I don't want that stuff. I just want it to be like, you know. It's pretty much, you know, taken care of that way. Oh, UK won't let people in and out. We're only 3%. 4%. How are you at 4%? Oh, these are the people that, like, have resistance. Or healthy. I don't need a ton of people dead, but, like, can we take care of that? Yep, I'm aware. Need one more point. Eek. No. I don't want you to do that. Don't like that you're mutating on your own. It's making me grumpy. Yeah. Pulmonary edema. Isn't that wonderful? Pulmonary fibrosis. This is wonderful. Significantly harder to cure. Okay, 25. Sneezing symptom. I need 25. Okay, 15. It's not spreading further. People are dying faster than it's spreading. Okay, we need to work on our transmission. 20, 27, 23, 25, 19 for livestock. 21, 22. Okay. 21. This is a problem. I need you to keep climbing. Okay. And then it'll be 23 that we're going for next. Dang nabbit! No cure. Okay, research can take place. Good, 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 good. I'm gonna lose all of them. It's not really going any further. Somehow managed to infect Morocco. That's awesome. Now we're spreading here. I'm not happy with this. But we're catching up. What does this need to be? 25. Okay, come on, come on, come on! I don't like that they're dying this fast. Come on! Oh, 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 oh! Come on, that's the last little bit. I'm not gonna gain any more points, am I? They're gonna die out. No, I need like 22. Wait, did I get them all? We did it! Everyone has been infected. And now I'm killing them all. They're all dying. The president is ill with buggies. It is uncertain whether the president can remain in power. We are dying off. Let's see what else I can do. No, give me something lethal. Yeah, you're not bad. Yeah. They're only 28%. The number's dropping as I kill off the planet. See, this is the kind of thing that doing in anger is bad. Mwah hee ha hee ha hee ho. Soon only Kara and her servants will be left, right? It said livestock, so we're just gonna say Kara's not included. Kara will survive and she will rule the earth. There's nothing I can do for 11. Oh, actually, there's a few things. I'm looking for something sort of lethal. None of them do it. Perfect ruler. You're right, she would. There's like less than 20 million people left in the world, and they're only 30% of the way through a cure. I don't think they're gonna do it because they're kind of dying off rather quickly. I'm just gonna say that. Hasta la vista, muchachos. Less than 7 million in the world. 5 million. still only these? Now, watch it fall. Yes, this is what happens when you don't eat your broccoli. The entire world dies. Here we go. Under 1 million. Buggy says, destroyed the world despite the world's best efforts. The last few humans lie dying in holes with no chance of survival. It's not going to progress past 31 now. Ha ha, suckers. Yes, you're right. You're right. It was because nobody was eating their vegetables. That's why Jesus died. So actually, that could be a sin that he died for. Yeesh. That's like the population of our area. Less than that. Oh my word. Sorry. Ooh, ooh. He was leaking blood. It's fair. 611 days. Whee! Ooh! ATP boost. Normal or higher. What does that do? Get a bonus DNA at the beginning. Okay. How? Unlock a gene every time you beat the game. Okay, I see. Okay. Sick people are ignored. Random medical checkups. Doctors investigate. Creationist. Ooh, does the infected people slowly get dumber and dumber? Let's go. I want. Just for Solomon. Just for Solomon. Only one person has been infected so far. I don't need anybody to die. I don't. They don't need to die. They just need to get infected. If it mutates so that they die, then sure. Ooh, 9. Look at it go. If it's starting in France, the infection by water is pointless. Everyone knows the French don't bathe. This is the first time we're doing it on normal. There's only 3 infected. Well then. We want you. Land transmission. Urban regions. Yes, 13. We should do 11 next. We got 4 people infected. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, we got a few more. Hee hee. Nine. I can do 9. $16. Oh, 19. Look at it go. You're horrible. Ooh, okay. I didn't do that. Yeah, I don't really remember there. Yeah, okay. Total open airports. Total open ports. Total open borders. Global priority, 0 out of 6. Okay. We're just gonna progress a little bit faster. There we go. Got 12. And I need 12. And then I need 28. Women's rights guaranteed. The world won't notice that. Oh, you're horrible. I need to get that for wealthy. That's me, Sullivan, horrible, hungry. Ugh. Ow. No! 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 Mm. There we go. Mmm. Okay. No, I'm not there yet. I need 29. Ah. Uh-huh. Come on, 29. I should work on a few of these. Ooh. Bubble. Goodness gracious, look at it go. Okay. Boom. Boom. You need 18, so I need another 16. And of course I lost those. Ugh. Gummies. Okay. Yeah, I suppose I need to do that one. $15. Ooh, okay, I'm not even like adding symptoms to this. I'm just doing that itself. Ooh, 30. I love that it shows you which planes and boats are infected. It's been placed on a watch list. Heck yeah, we're about to get another strain. Watch that. Mwahi ha hi ha hi ho. And we're doing that one next. Nobody's died yet, so I'm doing pretty great. We're only 1% of the way on a cure. Spain this time. I need 35. Okay. Sneezing. $35, and then you need what? 33? Okay. Okay. It's developed all these symptoms without me. Okay. Okay. Almost everybody's infected, but nobody's died yet. I'm actually real proud of this round. Is it possible to just like reach full infection without any cure? In order to kill people. Okay, fine. I don't think that I can do a whole lot of, I don't think I really have any more points. The last healthy person became infected. I don't think I can do much more with this. Everybody's sick. Oh, here we go. Deaths are starting. I'm aware. I don't know that I'm gonna make it before they get a cure. Oh, hush now, Solomon. I didn't want deaths, but apparently I need them. Walking Dead. Oh, hello. I'm not even doing anything. It's doing it itself. I just gave it the ability to spread. Well, I can't help that now, can I? I don't think I can do any of these. I can't. I have to wait for it to do it itself. This sucks. Okay, okay, okay. Everything's been lethal so far, but they're still climbing. Not as fast as my death. Or faster than my death, actually. My death rate. Mm-hmm. At 41%. Yep. They're halfway there. No. Ah. Mm-mm. Okay. I want that one for 8. Yay! I hope it does. I hope it does come today for you. Ah. Well, how do you think it happened? Everybody's infected, my dudes. It can't exactly get any worse. Hopefully it comes very soon. Coughing and vomiting are causing the infected to projectile vomit. Heck yes. I unlock projectile vomiting. They're gonna hit a cure. No way. I'm not even at 1 billion. Oh look, they postponed Olympics. Go away. Ooh, necrosis. Okay, keep going, my love. There we go. I'm aware. That's wonderful. First million. I need 23 points and I don't have 23 points and I don't think I'm gonna get it. We're working on this. It's not going well. Slow, huh? Ugh. Okay, if it's being deployed, can they get reinfected? Dang nabbit! Nope. Nope. Nope! Dang nabbit! I got like about, you know, a certain way through the population. Dang it. Well, we got through buggies. Well, ladies and gents, that is going to be the end of stream today. We talked about Ruth chapter 2. We also started 3 different plagues. We did well. 2 of them were bug related. Just, for Snick, who will hopefully be back for Daya's stream, which will be at its usual time. Same bat place, same bat channel. Not 100% sure how crazy it's going to get tonight, but it will. So, this should be entertaining. We'll see. Anyway, I will see you guys on Friday. We are going to continue with our little Camden Canfield. See how far we can get him. And how many, you missed, but oh, I love cheese. It's delicious. Yum, yum, yum. We will see how far we can get with him. And I think it could be fun to just kind of grow up, watch him grow up. And see how things go. I think this could be entertaining. Because, he's a spellcaster. He's going to start to get his abilities as he gets older. So, it'll be fun, I think. Anyway, we'll see. Anyway, you guys are awesome. And I will see you guys Friday. Daya will see you guys relatively shortly. And I hope you guys have, a freaking fantastic rest of your day. However much is left of it. And that you get some good self-care and that you remember you are worth it. You are worth it. I will see y'all around. You're freaking awesome. And yeah, you're awesome. You're worthy. So say that to yourself 6 to 7 times. See what I did there, Solomon? Ruined it for you.